in the riots.
And they're still milking it. Yeah, milking it. بس يعني, like, damn, you're making the most out of this, you know?
Speaking of riots, did you hear the most unnecessarily self-destructive law that France has put?
What?
They banned outdoor smoking in France.
And not everywhere. In places
Most
where,
places.
In places where
The
children...
French love to do two things: smoke and riot.
They banned it in places where children are likely to be located, like parks.
You mean
and-
in France?
the outside?
I mean, I'm guessing there's some places where you're not gonna find children.
Like where?
Where?
I don't know, in front of the fucking Moulin Rouge or some shit. Like,
What?
Yo.
You don't know the French.
you know, you don't know the French. No, but no,
You go to the Moulin Rouge
With
poor
four
children, poor children.
in elementary school if you're in France.
It's a school trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a cultural experience.
Exactly. Like you understand, like like you might see your grandma right here.
Yikes, man, that's nasty. No,
What
but
are you talking about? It's the French.
but see, I don't have any feelings about this law either way. It's just the French being French, I guess.
Let me guess, they rioted.
It's not the season of rioting, so it's
Okay. حر.
Are they
No,
still?
it's literally the season of rioting.
Are they still doing the yellow jacket thing?
Nah.
Have they stopped doing that?
I have no idea.
They used to have a
What's
yellow jacket thing. Like all the people that used to wear yellow jackets for work would go out and like riot
wasn't it
together.
because they raised like the age of retirement by 1 year?
Yeah, I think so. We shall not do that.
You know what's the thing? We always hear about the French rioting, but we never seen results. Like, was there like?
I mean,
did it work?
They had this thing
mean-
called the Republic, Adley. I think you might have heard of it.
There was
I mean,
a person called
kind of
Marie
worked.
Antoinette.
Yeah, you know, they ended up with half of Europe for a short period of time. Like,
Did you
know.
see Macron getting punched in the face by he husband?
Yeah, no, that was a friendly. That was
That was a friendly tap on the face with the fist.
yeah,
What
exactly.
happened?
You know why? Because she found out that her contact name in his phone is La Maison, which means El Beit in French.
Okay.
Is that, I don't know if that's a joke
طلع خليجي.
or that's
ما شاء الله.
Stupid. This guy's dumb.
But yeah,
I had to say it.
they had a fight when he was coming out of a plane. Like his plane door opened.
No, a
and then-
fight implies it was even.
Yes.
I mean-
he got punched.
I mean,
he
listen,
got whooped.
the oth-
Two-fisted.
The other day I read
And
that.
it's not the two-fisted that he likes.
No. The other day I read that he met her when he was 15 and she was 38.
Yes.
So
He's
that
40
that-
something.
Yeah, but 38 is close enough. It's pretty far away.
Very
So
French.
that goes to show you the type of
No,
relationship.
it would have been
I
French if
believe.
it was the other way around.
Yes. There's
This is weird.
This is still French.
I mean, it's still French, actually. I would say it's still French.
There's a lady in the States. Her name is Candace Owens. I don't know if you guys know her. or not.
She's a politician or something?
No, she's like a journalist, stuff like that.
Okay.
Anyway, so she did this whole series proving that Macron's wife is actually a man,
Okay.
and got in contact with people like in France. People gave her information. She did like a whole 4-part series that when you go through it, like
She lays out the evidence.
yeah, like you're convinced 100%.
I remember this shit. Yeah. I heard
Yes,
some-
this was like last year, I think.
Yeah.
It is actually really wild.
Did you actually watch it?
I watched some of it. I don't watch the whole thing to be honest,
Hmm.
because I could really care less.
Conspiracies.
And
on-
also, I have eyes. I always knew it was a man. Okay?
conspiracies on the world
The
theory.
thing is, like, when you tell me that she was his teacher and he was 15, it's already disgusting.
I mean, listen, it's France, right?
So the reason they're giving out, one of the reasons they're saying, Macron was groomed.
I mean, obviously, was he not?
I mean,
First off, we can't say obviously. We have no
No.
guarantees. all right.
Okay.
And they're saying because they talked to people who went to college with them,
Okay.
and they're saying this guy sucked. Like he didn't know shit, and all of a sudden he was backed by one of the people in the Rothschild.
Oh.
Yes, it goes real deep,
Okay,
bro.
Okay, wait, that's a whole other layer of
Exactly.
Frenchiness. Okay.
But like when that person got involved, all of a sudden he's being picked for all these things. He's always getting good grades, and he's always being like, "Oh, this guy's amazing." Like, no, remember he was a dumbass.
I mean, I think there's a name for that. What was it?
The Shamsi.
No, the Manchurian Candidate. Was it something like that?
no, that was a movie, Shamsi.
Yeah, it's a concept. It's a concept.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
you can go to a huge deep dive into it. So it's really interesting to be honest. I saw like a bunch of clips of it, but I saw Candace giving a breakdown, so I was like, okay, I kind of saw it. I don't want to see the whole details. It's wild.
I mean, there's something
The
sometimes.
French government reached out to her, offered
Okay.
her 300,000
to
to
shut, shut up.
Just shut up. That's just remove it and just shut up. Don't say a single word.
Leave it, please.
She's like, when the French government comes trying to bribe you, then you know you're doing something.
No. It's an act of public service. Listen, okay? They want people to focus on his happy marriage, okay? And not on these scandalous allegations. About
I'm still not over the fact of the opening ceremony of the Olympics
Oh,
that all of a sudden got deleted off of the whole internet.
Yeah, because some things I don't think we need to remember.
You mean
I feel.
No.
you mean where everybody had conspicuous bulges for no reason?
When they were basically disrespecting religion
I mean,
openly.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you mean France? Being
Yes.
not nice to religion.
Yes.
Where-
Surprise.
When they hired a Satanist as their theater coordinator, I think that was the problem. That was the issue.
And he was gay.
Yeah. So
You can just say French. I don't.
That's actually true.
You can say theater coordinator.
that also applied.
That's already implies we say the theater coordinator. We don't have to add extra sauce on it.
I mean, but listen.
We are recording, aren't we?
Hey, welcome
Yeah,
back to the
okay.
Exempts. It's your boy Adam. What's happening? Episode 301. The guys are French. We took some behind me. I got chance right next
Monsieur
to me.
Shamsi.
Number one in the building.
Bonjour.
You're a little bit gay.
I mean, I'm always happy. you
No,
know.
not that. No,
I'm
no,
I
no,
think
no.
I exude.
Didn't you say
Joy.
you learned French when you were a kid?
I was French.
French is the gayest
I
language.
was French tutored. Okay.
That's worse.
What's his name?
Her name was Madame Michel,
Okay.
and she was married.
Does he have a manly figure?
You mean
was
Michael?
She was married to Mr. Khalil. Okay. Monsieur Khalil.
Is Mr. Khalil by any chance in Parliament?
Monsieur Khalil.
I'm
Monsieur
just
Khalil.
asking.
I remember that he was
An ambassador.
a large, bald
Hey, yo.
man.
Okay.
You know, that's and he seemed to have very aggressive features, but he was always nice to me. You know, yeah.
Definitely gay.
No, I'm just saying. Listen, there,
Definitely did something to you.
bro, I saw them move up in life. I saw
He
them.
scared you?
I saw them like
he
start
have a
from
soft touch?
Question, did
we weren't that close.
Did Monsieur
was
Khalil
very-
look you in the eyes and say, "You know what, Shams, you're really mature for your age"?
I mean, not in those words, but Monsieur Khalil would always make a point of having a conversation with me in French just to see what I learned the day before I left.
Shout out to our tens and tens of listeners. Shout out to tens and tens of viewers. We appreciate you for being here. Yeah, you were saying
Yeah.
about your mishaps.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, haven't you heard that trilingual kids are better than bilingual kids?
Okay, thank God. I thought you said trial on kids. I'm like, hey, yo.
I'm talking about like learning languages as a child makes your brain bigger.
Yeah.
So obviously,
See that
I
sentence?
can see the evidence. Big brain.
evidence.
That's some big brain knowledge.
The evidence is this sentence.
I'm just saying,
Big brain.
I ended up here for a reason, bro. And trust me, studying French had something to do with it.
We have
Yeah.
the biggest brain over here. And he basically learns two.
Have you not heard him? Like, yeah, never mind. Anyways,
I am the smart.
I am this one.
have you not heard the language that he uses with his friends and his peoples? The lizard people of the internet.
The skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toys. Yeah.
No, please. I'm not from that generation. I use the term based.
No, but see, it was a good experience because I don't remember, any
Oh,
of it
Mr.
right
Khalil
now.
was a good experience?
No, learning French because I don't remember any of it right now. Honestly.
So it wasn't. So you
No,
don't have
it's
big brain.
there. It's there. It's there.
there.
It's like it's latent.
over there.
You know.
Shamsi,
One of the cupboards.
ما عليك تشغل
what's French for rohypnol?
rohypnol.
He
It's
doesn't.
a medicine that you take twice a day.
Rohypnol. Yeah, they don't say the H. I'm just saying.
All right.
Yeah. See, I know
Well.
things. Not enough things, but
Yep.
good enough
Yes.
things. Anyways, we're just watching the French be really happy and they're jumping around, and yeah, I just want to see how long this goes on. Honestly,
This is live, by the way.
I see that.
And it's
literally
been
see
live since noon.
it. Since noon, and people
Yes.
have been in the stadium celebrating.
Oh,
since
they're
noon.
still celebrating the win.
Yes.
Oh.
Friends do not really see a lot of wins in life.
So when they get one, they really hold on to
Yeah.
it. You know.
Yeah, 2 world wars, kind of big L's.
Yeah.
If y'all are asking why we're talking about the French, yesterday PSG played Inter Milan,
Yes.
and Inter Milan didn't show up.
These are
Yeah.
football.
They
terms.
played them.
Yes,
Yeah.
PSG just came to play their own game,
Yeah.
and Inter Milan was just a team that just was happy to be there.
Way too happy.
They put the game on practice mode.
Exactly.
They just played a little bit.
Someone unplugged the controller
Yes.
in the air.
But see, when you win 5-0 in a European final, I feel like, yeah, you get to put a stadium show.
It's historic. But it's such a boring game.
It wasn't historic.
Fier de nos couleurs. You know what that means?
That you
I
are
bet
a
you don't know
moron.
either.
Yeah, it's proud of our colors. That's what it means. Proud. See, I can
Yo,
French.
look, you know
the word pride, in multiple languages.
Thank you, Turks. I appreciate
I
you.
mean, listen.
It is
You
June.
and him
bro.
are the same weight.
I
When it comes to pride, you know pride very well.
mean, I'm just saying. I studied the language for a long
pride?
time.
Yeah.
I mean, no, just for the sake of being an educated young boy. That's why I studied it, and a cultured young man.
Don't call
you know?
yourself
It's a
that.
boy.
please.
And a wizened
Mr. Khalil.
Mr. Shamsi, I guess.
Big brain.
So Mr. Khalid turned him into a man.
No, Mr. Khalil was just inspiring me to speak the language. You know, he wanted to make sure that
What did he use to inspire you?
we used that our family got our money's worth.
Oh, it's the whole family.
I mean, listen, it was
Yo.
it was a contribution towards my education. You know,
Was this?
I want
Was,
to say something really fucking awful right now.
no, but you see, that's the thing. Like, you look at things like this, Adil, and you joke.
Say gay.
No. You joke and you laugh and then you make light of it. But these are the
You make light of like hard situations.
Yeah, my life, basically. You make light of my life. That's what I'm saying. But these are the decisions that really define who you know, what kind of person you end up as.
was my cousin involved in this perchance?
No, he didn't know, Monsieur Khalil.
Okay, thank you.
So, you know, like, these are the small decisions that you take.
That was a good one. But we're gonna let that go.
No, yeah.
We're gonna let that one go. Because you know what cousin I thought of? Never mind.
Yeah, yes, I know. Too young, but
yeah.
I guess I get it.
Okay, and then have no
Too
idea-
young.
Have no idea what we're talking about.
Anyway, Happy New Year's.
Yeah, but so I'm saying, like, these end up defining your life. Like, the fact that I studied French made me the person that I am today.
How?
I mean, it
Unfortunate.
changed my outlook on everything.
What was your outlook on everything at 6 years
It
old?
was not French. Trust me, it was not French.
Yeah, because
And guess what it was for the next 12 years of my life?
What? Not
Très
French.
français. It was très français, Adil.
because even Shamsi, when he told them that the word for 40 is 20 two times, he said, "You know what? This language is stupid."
No, I'm just saying. The easiest example, I would have went to the same school he did, right? Instead of him. So it would, like, it would have I wouldn't have known this lunty gentleman.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
Allah.
have been his roommate.
You know when you say this,
Istagib.
you make it sound like he is happy.
I mean, of course he's happy.
No, he's
He just
not.
doesn't know how to express.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's constipated.
No, he blames himself for being your roommate because he should have done better.
I mean,
do.
listen.
And for him not doing better, he became your roommate.
He needed a friend, okay? He needed a friend. And at some point, so did I. And guess what, Adil? We found each other. That's
من حدين على بعض.
Yeah. No. It was a very conscious selection choice, which I'm happy that we did. Turks.
Not by default.
Fist bump. Hey. Anyway, so going back to
So you
I'm
were,
gonna let y'all judge all of this.
My
I'm
big
not gonna
brain.
let bother
so
with
you were
this.
non-consensual friends.
I mean, of course we were consensual. Like, we actively chose. We actually
I love the fact that Turks is saying no.
to spend time with each other.
And you're still
You know,
trying.
back
Hey,
in the-
you are my friend.
Listen, he was trying to run away from Elmo, right? And I was his safety blanket.
You weren't.
I mean,
No, Elmo left. He had no choice.
hey,
There's a difference.
He needed a friend, so I was the only one in college. I was the only one living in dorms.
By default.
Listen, you could have walked out your door and made 100 friends, you know, that very day, but you decided not to
I would have.
because you know, you saw the value in our friendship, and
No, he had finals.
I'm
He
always
had no choice.
I'm always
Was
grateful
negative
for
value.
that. أعطاني the PS3 حق, you know, I started playing Metal Gear 4, was it?
Try to distract him.
Yeah. It didn't work. I didn't last long with the game.
Did not.
Anyways,
Look, he has a quick answer for everything. He had to live this.
I tried to kill his cat just to create some sort of tension.
you were attacked by my hamster. So yeah, and he,
I never saw that hamster.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
You
It
didn't
was
see
in a dark hole at that point.
it didn't bite you. Yeah, it didn't bite you.
so awful. That is so awful.
You
I
were
was talking about depression.
Yes.
That's the dark hole.
not the hamster. Making sure.
Jafar.
Jafar, good days. Good days. Long will you be remembered. Yeah.
The fact that you named the hamster Jafar is still stupid.
Jafar al-Gadeh, لو سمحت. Okay, you earned that fucking nickname, sir. You earned that nickname. You know why I named that nickname, number one?
لأنه قادح.
No, yes, actually. بس تدري ليش صار قادح؟ إيه لا تدري كيف صار قادح؟
يعض الناس.
Someone, I'm trying to remember who, but someone picked him up out of his cage. Let's go, cute little hamster.
I think it was Turtle.
And he bit him. And that person was so scared that he threw him to the wall.
Yeah, I think it was Turtle.
Yeah, it was Turtle,
It was
right?
Turtle,
He
yeah.
threw him to the wall, like he smacked to the wall, and he survived. So guess what? You will earn a fucking nickname like Gada.
Because I walked
Once
in
you attack-
right after that happened.
Yeah, and he was bitching about it, right?
And he was like,
Yes,
no, you were angry. You were angry.
Because he attacked the Gada.
Yes, but I agree with Sultan. Sultan just minding his own business.
I mean, listen, it's Sultan's fault. You shouldn't pet a hamster. You should let him.
What do you mean?
It's literally called a pet.
No, but it's for children. You're not.
Did you know it was a hamster?
Of course, I knew it was a hamster.
Do you know how a hamster looks like? Just in case.
It was a guinea pig. It was close. It was one of the two. Adil. It was one of the two.
It was probably a rat.
But you know what?
Exactly.
No. It wasn't a rat. You know, it wasn't a rat because I got on a hamster wheel and it ran around that fucking hamster wheel. That shit
Like a rat.
Okay, that shit lived for more than a year, which was the goal of the hamster for it to survive, and me prove that I could take care of living things.
It's
No, you
moonlighted
can't.
as a ninjutsu tutor for 4 turtles.
I'm just saying, you know.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck you with
That
that
was
reference.
for me. I enjoyed it.
Fuck you and your reference.
So as you can see, number one, like me and Turks used to live in a very, accepting
Okay, so you
environment.
you allowed the hamster to survive for 1 year. So
I took care of a hamster.
how
and I allowed
how
to
does that
survive.
scale eventually to child from your own body?
It's a living thing, you know.
Technically, yes.
Yeah, so I made sure that it's kept on living, right?
So can you
For 1 year.
do those
like-
skills transfer to parenthood in your estimation?
I mean, kind of in a sense.
Explain.
And
Please.
and just like you need to ensure that the hamster is hydrated and fed, you need to ensure that a child is
Okay,
hydrated
great.
and fed.
So we've established that living things require sustenance to survive.
I mean, listen,
So okay,
Listen,
we
listen.
have a baseline.
listen. You
After that, what?
I mean, hygiene is important, obviously. You need to clean the hamster's cage.
Okay, you need to clean the baby's poo poo.
Yeah.
Okay, that's level 2. Okay, we're progressing.
Yeah. And,
After that?
once the hamster bites you, you don't hit it back. So
See,
if the
babies
baby-
don't have teeth, so you fail already.
But they do eventually grow teeth, do they not?
Yes, but they don't bite you already.
I mean, you will eventually get to a point of being bitten by a baby.
Yes, but that's a problem for.
You need to let the baby.
Are you breastfeeding this baby?
No,
That's what I was gonna say.
listen.
That's a wifey
I
problem.
was bitten by a baby not that long ago, by the way.
What'd
Were
you
you
do to the baby?
breastfeeding that baby?
I screamed and just let the baby go away.
Excuse me?
Wait,
Yeah.
No, bring this back. Bring this back.
I was walking around. Right?
I was minding my own fucking business. Right now, I need to hear this.
I was walking around, right? And
Okay.
then
Walk around where?
at my house.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and then my niece decided to get on this biting rampage. Okay.
Okay.
So she started biting everything.
Okay.
That included my
One sec. Pause.
my ankle. My ankle.
Okay, all right.
My
I'm about
ankle.
to say.
Okay. So I was just sitting there.
Wait. How old is she?
She's like less than 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So biting stage. She's a biting stage.
That's what the professionals call
No,
it.
actually, she's above 2. She's above 2. Yeah. We're in
And
the
she's still biting.
we're in the terrible 2s. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Terrible twos.
Yeah. So obviously, what? I remember that from a Disney show. I'm not sure. It was the one
Well,
with the
well
dinosaur.
done. Well done. You're
So-
ready for childbirth.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
I
was
think we've
bit,
established he can raise a child to maybe a year.
I was bitten on my calf, and instead of
Oh, you're what?
calf.
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 I was bitten on my calf. Okay.
Calf?
And instead of
Bumper?
reacting and hitting, said baby.
Okay, you didn't assault the child.
Yeah. Well, I just kind of like,
You didn't backhand the small child.
yeah.
Okay, progress.
It was actually gonna be a knee, but no, I didn't do that.
See, he thought about it.
Yeah, like
Okay, so you didn't give him the Sagat knee from Street Fighter.
Sure, I didn't give her.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, because she's the biter. So
Automatic red card.
yeah.
But ew.
So that tells you what?
Tells me nothing.
Tells me that
it tells me that if you did something to that child, your sister's gonna whoop your ass.
No,
that's all it tells me.
It tells you that I'm able to take care of a baby. This is what it should tell you.
Yes. No, we're not gonna do this forever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You are the most qualified person to be a father in this room.
Yeah, well done. You didn't kill a baby.
Yes, good luck.
Yeah.
We wish you a speedy recovery.
I mean, I think you're more qualified, but I'm definitely more qualified than these two.
How
Yeah,
am I
sure.
more qualified?
Because you have dogs. You take care of dogs.
Okay, let me tell you what I told Turks before you got here.
Yeah. Multiple.
My sister was like, "Hey, would you like to carry my child?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Pass it along."
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
Huh? I'm not
Double
done.
it. Give it to the next guy.
That's literally what I did.
Okay.
Right? When for some reason I think my mom was sitting next to me and like she was like, "Hey, look at your uncle, look at your uncle," right? I just give it a tap on the head. Like,
Okay, well,
good on you, dog.
you're doing it right. You're doing
I'm doing it right?
Yeah, because it's not your baby.
Funny that you say that.
Yeah, right?
Because I was just telling Turks before you got
Because
here.
it was your baby.
Because my sister's telling me and my brother-in-law are the same. She's like, I came like, here's your child. She puts it next to him. He just pets it on top of the head, continues watching the game.
I mean, listen, he lives with him, okay?
No, she's like, he doesn't spend any time. Because me and him, we have the same thing. We don't know what to do with babies.
Yeah.
So we rather not interact with babies.
You know
'cause
you
we
can,
don't do nothing.
you know you can do whatever you want with a baby, right?
You can't
That
do
is
whatever you
illegal.
want.
No.
That is illegal.
No, you can take a
That is
baby on a
inhumane.
walk. Okay, you can take a baby on a
Talking about like
drive.
at 3 months old.
You can take a baby on a walk. You can take a baby
Yeah,
on
how
a
is he going
drive.
to walk? He still didn't walk
You
yet.
take him on the walk. You do the walking. The baby's just there for company.
Of course, like we know, like the beautiful weather in Riyadh during this time is just amazing at noon.
Bro, زي ما دخلت علينا العرين وجبت فرفر ذاك اليوم. Okay, just take,
AC.
I'm just saying, take the baby and like walk around. Have a conversation with the baby. You know, tell the baby about your day. I'm sure the baby's gonna appreciate, you know, having contact with you.
The baby's feedback is going to be interesting. To be honest.
No, it's just about engaging with the baby and introducing it. Don't want to make the baby watch TV. It's too early for that. You know, but I don't know, read a book to the baby, you know.
So I'm gonna, as a gift to you from me, I'm gonna create an account for
Baby?
trauma care.
Oh, okay.
So when your kids grow up, they have something to fall back on.
Okay.
Because if this is gonna be you with a baby, Allah Yusuf was gonna happen with a grown ass
Listen,
child.
I feel like I'm going to teach my baby a lot of things.
You're going to read a book to a 3-month-old.
No, wait. Say that again.
I feel like I'm going to teach my baby a lot of things.
Now let's revisit this now.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I want
No,
my...
no. Stop. I'm asking the boys. You heard the sentence that he just said.
Correct.
Now, how many times has he been teaching us, and how many times have we been teaching him basic shit in life?
He taught us nothing, and we taught him everything.
Bullshit.
And
I didn't
Thank
teach
you.
you nothing. I didn't
You
teach
taught
you
us
that.
absolutely jack shit.
I taught you the power of empathy.
No,
No.
You know,
you taught
I
us.
taught you...
No, I never think empathy. Oh, Shamsi.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Calm
No,
down,
what-
Care Bear. No.
What
I
you
taught you the power of brotherly love.
What
you
you
know,
taught
you
us-
didn't know what the fuck that meant, you know, until I came along.
what you taught us was like, did you know that the Habsburg dynasty was inbred?
I mean,
It's
yeah,
like
that's,
that weird historical knowledge that nobody gives a shit
That's-
about who's not
that's-
autistic like me.
That's a lesson, is it not? You know, I've taught you history, I've taught you ethics, I've taught you philosophy in a sense.
You know how to check?
Ethics.
You know what? I'll make it simple.
Yeah.
You know how to check your engine's oil?
I mean,
All right, that's enough for this.
feel him-
It's okay. It's okay. It's all
feel
right.
him
It's all right.
back.
It's all right.
You know
It's
how
okay.
to change the shortcut on your phone.
I mean, also there's YouTube for
All
that.
right, see,
bro.
thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm just
so you're
saying.
not gonna teach shit. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna ask you a question. You're gonna go Google it and tell them watch this.
Well, probably at that point I'm going to chat GPT it, but yeah, in a sense.
Well, same thing.
yeah.
So you're gonna say, hey, go and ask someone else because I'm a dumbass.
No, but it's all about asking the right question, Adil.
Okay.
That's the thing.
What's the correct percentage for loans that you think is applicable? How do you calculate it?
I need to go ask someone who
See what I mean?
Yeah.
If everything I'm asking you that we already know,
I'm not
you
a
need to
numbers
ask someone
guy,
else.
bro. What the
I'm
fuck?
not a numbers guy either.
I mean, I would argue that you're in everything.
I
now,
imagine.
Adil.
my-
I imagine 5 years from now, Shamsi just pulls up and, hey Siri, my baby's choking and his face is blue. Is that bad?
I mean, I feel like, yeah, that's generally...
And 5 years from now, it's gonna be in the group. Boys, this is what's happening. What's the answer? And they will all have to chime in.
Heimlich.
Baby.
Okay, that's not funny,
Hey,
man.
can't even write it
elbows.
for him.
Guys,
No.
No elbows,
Guys,
Shamsi.
You gotta send him a
That's
GIF
not
for him to understand.
Yeah. Here, watch the CPR tutorial. It's 10 minutes long.
Moving on.
Oh my god.
I think you're the first parent that's gonna trauma dump to a newborn.
Okay, see, all of this wasn't supposed to happen on the podcast, but
Thank God.
we're already like 30 minutes in.
Listen, what does that tell you, Adil? Good
Content.
conversation, good content, you know. معلومات هادفة.
Welcome to the Bad Fathers and Bad Brothers podcast.
Oh.
and Mr. Khalil.
Monsieur. Listen, I really hope he's somewhere watching this.
I hope not.
Yeah, no, I really do actually.
If you are, send us pictures.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Shout out to Madame Michelle.
It's a he now.
Merci beaucoup.
She's French. She grows into a man. Anyway, so
Okay.
what's been happening lately?
What's been happening?
I'm asking y'all. What's been going on with your lives?
I mean,
I'm sorry for asking y'all. Y'all live boring lives.
Nothing.
You already said this like 100
Absolutely
times.
You know this.
Every time I ask you, like, what do y'all notice in your day? Nothing. It's been 10 days. Nothing.
it's been hot. Does that help?
Thank you.
What's been going on in the world?
You tell me, where are you going next week?
I mean, China doesn't require any visas. There is no button for China.
Wealth.
There is no. It's China.
Because he's traveling.
It's
China.
China.
I mean,
It's the antithesis of
Trust
wealth.
me, not that.
do we not have a anti-wealth
No,
button?
no. Is there a manufacturing button? That's China.
Okay. No, but you're going to one of the most advanced countries in the world.
Okay,
Yeah.
first off, can you explain why you're going to China?
Because it doesn't require a visa.
So China announced that
Yeah.
they're going to waiver all visas to Saudis for 1 year.
Hey, just one year?
Starting June
yeah.
9th.
Okay. Just to start off with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They want to test it out because I don't think they've ever done that before.
And guess what? That's a win for you, China. Guess who's coming?
Turks.
Turks.
Yep.
Hey.
This is going to be interesting.
Okay, so what's your China plan?
I have no
China
idea. I
man.
just decided a couple of days ago. Actually, yesterday. I think it's yesterday. No, 2 days ago.
Okay.
That reminded me of a story since you mentioned China. A couple of weeks ago, a family friend who is, let's say, extremely wealthy, his father passed away, and his father had a lot of business in China. يروح every couple of months to check البضاعة. His father passed away, and suddenly there's this.
No.
Suddenly there's this General Tso's motherfucker in the funeral showing up. I'm like, مرحبا أنا أخوكم
Yo.
من شيانجانغ في الصين.
Oh wow. Whole other family.
It's like China's a new one. China's a new one. We've heard the other countries.
We
but
heard,
China,
we heard of North Africans.
yeah, with the China's the new one.
But
Like,
China's too
Heard
far.
of Filipinos.
I mean,
Europeans,
I mean,
Indonesians.
I mean, homie's dad really went for that blue ocean strategy.
I mean, listen, once you expand your empire,
Yeah, that is so awful.
okay.
Okay, hold on. Expand your empire. That's a good one. That's the real expansion of an
I'm
empire.
just saying, the Mongols had to start somewhere.
The question is, how old is he? That's the most important thing.
Oh, 20s.
Oh my God, that hurts even more.
It's like, I imagine the women's funeral was worse because you had this old, like, Chinese, a very, very Muslimic Chinese woman with the full hijab and everything and spoke perfect Arabic. It's like, مرحبا أنا اعتنقت الإسلام لأجل والدكم العزيز أفتقده كثيرا.
That sounds like a scam. But DNA, how you gonna DNA test that?
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna find Genghis Khan both sides.
So, Turks, going back to your trip to China.
Nope.
That's a warning, Turks.
I think he's giving you ideas.
20 years.
Okay.
There better be no Asian can come up to me. Hey, I own percentage of past
No. I think he's giving him ideas.
just in case.
I'm just saying.
I'm scared now.
Apparently, Xiangin is where it's
You're
at.
scared. I'm scared.
No, but what are you looking forward to the most in China?
Okay, first off, your questions are dumb.
The Great
Alright.
Wall. But yeah.
You're not going to the Great Wall of China.
I'm going to have to go see it.
I mean, you're gonna have to get a vaccine against yellow fever, Turks.
Because the wall gives you fever.
Vaccination. Do I need vaccinations?
They didn't get it.
No, I don't. It's old. I know. I get it. But
Okay. No.
actually, no. I'm actually thinking, do I need any vaccines?
No, you don't. need to
No, you still didn't get
I
it.
just got to check.
I just gotta what?
Check.
Never mind.
So you have no idea where you're going in China?
Probably Beijing.
Probably.
Probably.
Okay. So start with the biggest one there. Is it the biggest one? Almost.
It's the capital, isn't it?
You know
Yeah,
what?
but
They got the Great Wall right
I don't
there.
think there's an
It's
Asian
an hour
on TV.
I don't think Beijing is anywhere close to the Great Wall, but sure.
It's an hour away.
By plane?
I did 2 days of research.
Okay.
Do you think you know more about China than I do?
The weather in Beijing is actually very nice, by the way.
Probably yes.
Probably yes. I think probably yes.
Yeah.
It's low 30s. And-
Low 30s.
Yeah, low 30s.
I mean, honestly, Turks, I'm excited for you. It sounds like a fun adventure.
I gotta go check it out.
I must have.
I'm gonna go report
Low
back.
30s on nights, low 20s.
That sounds
Nice.
reasonable.
We must have a food report after we come back.
Oh, that's gonna be difficult.
I mean, listen, this is the one good thing you're good for, Turks. Telling us about food.
I thought I had multiple good qualities about me.
I mean, this is mostly the one that we like.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
the other ones are not that important or relevant to us.
بالعافية عليك. Okay.
But what are you looking forward to the most, like for real?
An hour and 15 minutes from Beijing to the Great Wall of China
By
Train.
by car.
By car?
Yes.
Really?
It's faster by train. I think there's a train station that
It
takes
doesn't tell me the time for a train.
Yeah.
If you want to walk it, it's 19 hours. I'm just giving you a heads up.
Yeah.
Okay, عشان we can
Sure.
calculate يعني how many kilometers that is.
How? How? What's the average
mean,
human speed?
I would say an average human can walk 8 kilometers per hour. No,
What are you basing this
I
on?
have no idea actually.
Why?
I'm just like spitting out numbers.
It's okay to say I don't know.
okay.
He can't. That's the one thing that Shamsi can never do.
Mio
It's very
50 kilo.
Shamsi, like, he can never say, I do not know.
150 kilo.
He'll stare you down and not
Yeah.
respond, but will never tell you, I don't know about anything.
Knowledge I'm not aware of, except loans. I think I can't tell you about.
You didn't even say no. You said, when we just ask you things that you don't know, what did you say? There's probably a Google. There's
Yeah.
probably this. There's probably that. You can never say, I don't know.
Tu veux le français? That I can help you with.
All right, so Turks is going to Beijing. When he
look-
comes back, he'll report to us.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yani, I salute your adventurous spirit, and I look forward to it coming back with stories.
Guys, I'm gonna see a completely new internet.
I mean, I think you're going to see a completely different side of the world.
Download Weibo from here.
What's that?
Exactly.
You just said, I've been downloading apps that work in China.
Yeah, like
And Weibo is the app.
Trip.com.
Trip.com. I think you should start with TikTok. I think that works in China.
Oh,
Wait, does TikTok
Wait,
work
why
in
do I
China?
have Trip.com twice on my phone?
Because
Okay, that's
you're
weird.
getting scammed.
AMAP, Didi, Alipay,
Okay, there.
Fliggy,
What?
Fliggy.
What's
It's a tourism app. It's a hotel booking, travel, like thing.
Fliggy?
Do any of these apps have English?
Tourists. Tours and stuff.
Okay, do any of these apps have English?
Fliggy doesn't.
Okay. Okay.
I realized that when I agreed to something I didn't know.
So
I assume it was terms and conditions, but I'm not sure.
okay, so you're probably going to
I think you
look
just-
for a hotel and you'll end up in a Shaolin temple somewhere.
You just
Probably.
consented.
That would be the best.
You just consented to the single child policy or something.
Probably. You never know. I hope I come back.
That explains why there was only one kid. Lucky.
Callback.
Slow empire building.
Slow.
Taking our time here.
Marginal environment.
Literally. Incremental, Adil. Incremental.
My incremental empire.
Incremental empire. Oh, wow. So, yeah,
Yes.
looking forward to that, Turks.
Good luck, Turks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have y'all been noticing that social media has been awful lately?
Yes. People are fighting everywhere.
No, not that. That's cool.
The content has
That's normal.
The content has-
that's the internet thing.
the content has been crappy, like for me at least.
I'm noticing that AI images are becoming more and more yellow.
Yeah, image is best.
Yes, as they're doing the AI image generation version of inbreeding, because
What?
they're referring back to the same images and generating off the same image, so it's
Oh,
like yellow.
wow.
Like recursive shit.
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, listen, if there's one downside to AI, I would say I think there's plenty of downsides to AI. But if there's one downside to AI, it's just like there's so much more trashy content. I feel like compared to there was before, because you can just mass industrialize, its creation and production so much more. Easy.
You see the same content, like literally the same content from like 20 different people.
That's what I'm
True.
saying. Yeah, like
The same
everything.
meme,
Everything is
different
nothing.
accounts.
Nothing feels new. Everything feels recycled. Like the same jokes, the same memes. It's just very much the same. I don't know if it's on all platforms, but I'm
No,
seeing
I'm
it.
with you 100%.
Why is that happening?
I'm seeing it on X and Instagram the most.
Why is that happening?
Look, I don't know. Like when it comes to like Instagram and Facebook,
The dearth of creativity.
It's my Facebook.
Facebook. I forgot.
Thank you.
Facebook.
When it comes to that, yeah, I've noticed that it's been the same content everywhere. TikTok has been different because TikTok has been relying on you talking, on you having conversations. And TikTok feels like a short stream every time.
Oh, so China is centering the individual now?
That has nothing to do with China. It has to do with when you went to TikTok, you knew that you had to use yourself as the content,
Okay.
right? It started with dancing, and then dancing became not that big of a deal anymore.
And then cooking, I'm guessing.
No, I'm talking about in terms of how people were acting on TikTok.
What everyone was doing.
It was, if I can finish sentences,
Okay.
you started with trends. I started with trends, right? And then it went away from trends. It became real life shit. Like just people just talking to you about normal things. And then that went away from Instagram, went to TikTok. And Instagram just had the people who are just basically selling you something. It was just doing the trends, copying other material, like being zero active and being creative or being,
Original.
Yeah, original.
I would agree with that specifically in terms of like I haven't been seeing any originality on Instagram Reels at all. Like it's just recycled stuff. Like it's getting to the point where I'm actually thinking of downloading TikTok just to be able to get good content sometimes.
Yeah, because no one's making content on Instagram. Like, it's basically okay. Reddit will have the news before the internet catches on, right?
True.
Even though Reddit has gone down in quality over the past couple of years.
But let's say
Massively, at least.
where it was basically everything would hit there. It used to be BuzzFeed.
It used to be the internet's front page. That's what they call themselves.
So you would hit there, and then the internet would catch up a couple of hours later.
Exactly.
Now in social media, things will get on TikTok, and if they blow up,
They get on everywhere else.
a couple of days later you'll find it on Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's just a copy machine, basically, in a sense.
Yeah, but the thing is, because TikTok's rewarding almost everything, so even you sitting there just having a conversation about something, they reward you for it.
They will find you the person that is interested in your conversation.
So you keep being original. Being original is basically you just telling a story. It doesn't have to be something interesting. You don't have to be saying nothing. Just like something that's not authentic anymore. Now, when I see these things, like I will sit through an original post more than I see something that starts with a song.
And you can't find as much original posts as you can before, can you?
On where?
Yeah, overall, without really specifying one platform more. If you want that, as you mentioned, you have to go to TikTok because that's where most of the originality is happening.
Look, I'm not a guy who's like big on TikTok in any way, shape, or form. But everything that's on TikTok is now what's making it across the wave everywhere else. You will see that TikTok logo jumping around the whole time.
True.
So just like Reddit.
Whether on X, on Instagram, everywhere, same thing as you said.
Yeah.
Reddit was the main thing.
Exactly. Now the cutting edge is TikTok.
Exactly.
I mean, that's I really need to go down with
Because
TikTok.
now you've seen
This is
people
important.
having conversations, right? Now became more important than, I'm just trying to sell you an item. It got to a point that like no one's actually like, what was the last thing you saw something online that you want to buy?
A while ago.
The only time I want to purchase something that I see online, if it's something that I was already interested in before. If I'm not interested in this product before or this brand, I could care less.
No, sometimes you follow certain brands and you're aware of upcoming drops, and that's something interesting. But something that's just being sold to me, I genuinely can't honestly remember.
I can't really.
More than a year and a half, maybe, because
I get some weird shit just popping out on Instagram, and I just want to buy everything. Like weird shit.
Example.
There's a coffee brewer that uses like glass instead of filters,
and
I want it. I want to buy it.
I mean, I think
there's a Darth Vader suitcase that I want to buy too.
Okay. I think elevate the
I
standards.
need to
of
buy
your
the
purchases.
costume because it comes as the bag for the costume. But I'm not gonna wear the costume.
You want the suitcase.
I just want the suitcase.
If I buy it for you, would you wear the costume?
I would.
So there's
work.
I would
there's a buy-in.
I would wear it even when I'm alone at home. It's a Darth Vader costume. What the fuck do you mean? Of course I'm gonna wear it.
Wait. Does it come with a voice machine?
It does. That's not how he sounds.
That's how he sounds. That's snoring. Okay, even worse.
Like that. No? I mean, listen, I'm not great with voices.
Allah.
But
Well, you're still a sucker. For me, it doesn't work anymore. Like anytime, if I don't know, if you're telling me up front that it's an ad, I'm listening.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to sell me a story to get me to an ad, like I'm already out.
Oh yeah, that I hate.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's about the lifestyle. I'm selling you
What do you mean, Adi?
an aesthetic.
You're not buying a labubu?
Who what?
What the fuck?
It's that thing that's like, that Kipling monkey?
The
Yeah.
who?
The Kipling
Oh,
monkey.
you haven't heard
Yes,
of this?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's like the Gen Z version of that. It's like
Alright.
it's like I've seen people like adult women and men rock it on like their premium 10,000 real purses.
How do you spell that?
Bro, I saw.
It's labubu.
I
Like, it's spelled like it sounds. La bubu.
I saw a line outside of a store when I was traveling in Amsterdam, like literally a line that looked like it was an hour-long line just for people to get in a store that sold those.
This looks stupid.
Yeah, that goes
Show it to
that goes to show
Father
you
Adil.
just how quickly like people get hyped up.
Oh,
on
okay, I
this
know what it is. I don't know its name.
random stuff.
I just thought it was a stupid Teletubby again.
It is.
It is.
It
It
is
is
stupid.
literally a stupid debate. But guess
Yeah.
what? Rihanna bought one, so you're gonna buy one.
Yeah, but that's just normal consumer behavior. Do you remember what was before this?
Tamagotchis.
No, Tamagotchi was actually way older.
Yes.
I was after Tamagotchis. Those little furries. What the fuck are they called?
Furbies.
Furbies. There you go.
Furbies.
Those motherfuckers. I remember them growing
I remember.
up.
I know
Furbies-
what you were thinking of. Stop it.
What?
Nothing.
Anyway.
Fox's tail.
I remember when those came out. It was like, oh, everyone had to have them. Oh, I don't know if you guys remember
It
this.
was around 2001. Furbies were that? No.
I'm just gonna say.
No, way earlier. It
Way
was in the
earlier.
90s, bro.
I'm just gonna say. Whoever is listening, if your girl says buy me a labubu, cut your losses, man. There's nothing but heartbreak there.
Or you might get anyway. So I was gonna say something really awful. I don't know if you guys remember this. I think this was like in the late '90s or maybe 2000. I can't remember. Elmo had a doll.
Tickle me.
I
Elmo.
remember that.
Remember Tickle Me
Yeah.
Elmo?
Yeah.
Do you remember when it came out?
It was
Yes.
in the early thousands.
I
Can you
think
go
so,
books
yeah.
at?
Yes, I was in the States when that came out. I remember the fists being
But
thrown
peop-
at Toys R Us,
People getting
and
punched. for that.
Kmart and Walmart, and people going to war for that. And then it became this marketing thing where every single Christmas there was that
One toy that you had to get.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, thank God for GTA because we don't have to fight each other for this shit. You just download it and everybody can be happy. No, but going back to your point,
Don't buy your kids GTA. It's a grown-up
Yeah.
game.
I
Please
mean,
don't.
listen, it is a game, is it not? It is make
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's
Yes,
make
it is.
believe. No, you're like when I got GTA 3 when I was a kid. You know, I remember
Explains so much.
I remember my uncle was
First
like,
off,
"Yo,
first
why
off,
are you
first
playing this game?"
First off, exactly. Your parents never gave a shit about you.
No,
It's a
they
totally
did.
different-
They did.
No, they didn't, dog.
They just didn't understand video games.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
I met your parents.
I mean, listen,
Like I know,
Madame Michel,
and I see what they see.
Madame Michel ما صارت عبث. You know, there's planning.
It was a Hail Mary.
I mean, I'm just saying. Anyways, going back to your point,
Going back to your point of GTA 3 when you played it as a kid.
No,
I
but
like to hear your baby stories.
I'm just saying, like, forget about GTA just for a second. Like,
Aw.
going back to the point of like zero original content, I feel like part of that is being driven by AI, kind of swamping everything out because it's so easy for you to create new content with AI that it just everything kind of feels.
Nah, but we can
You know,
tell if it's AI content
Yeah.
still.
Yeah,
so
but-
it's not really that big of a deal.
I feel like it, at least for me, I'm seeing a lot more videos that are very clearly AI produced, and it's just shit content, like bad.
Yeah,
content.
but that's been going on for like what, 2 years now, 3 years?
Yeah, because it's easy. Like
Yeah, so it's been
I've
happening
seen,
since OpenAI did that bullshit. Everyone's been doing that.
I've seen a picture of AI generated bird with a nutsack on Facebook,
Nice.
Okay.
and people are just like, oh, everybody's engaging with it is also AI.
I'm just surprised that you use Facebook. That's
I'm
all
just,
good.
I'm just
I
surprised.
didn't even catch that.
I'm
I
just
got that.
surprised that you have birds with nut sacks.
I follow an account called AI Slop, and it posted that particular picture of the bird with a nutsack.
Of course it
I'm
did.
just saying.
Of course it did. It's not a search term.
So we know that you use Facebook.
It was a photorealistic nutsack as
Okay,
well.
just stop.
Okay. Too much details.
It wasn't the cute nutsack.
Also, I'd like to add that Shamsi is a liar. He uses Twitter, but he tells us that he doesn't.
No, I know
I
I
mean-
know the 5 or 6 accounts that you use.
Same here.
5 or 6
Yes.
liars. I barely open it. I do, but barely. Like
All right,
not
cool.
even regularly.
All right, keep going with that lie.
Yeah.
So, original content.
Mm.
Yay.
I mean, listen.
Don't bring gay into this.
I said yay.
No.
So you're telling me I should get a TikTok. That's what you're telling me.
I'm not telling you. No. I'm not telling you nothing.
Maybe you're telling me I should read a book. Is that what you're telling me?
Oh,
Adam?
because you've never done that already.
I mean, listen, I'm super happy with my European comics that I just got, so I'm just going to spend a lot of time on that.
So pretentious.
So, with no original content on social media, what's going to happen next?
People are going to go.
That's the question.
People are going to go outside.
No, people are
I
gonna
think
be.
people have been going outside.
Yeah,
Really?
I think
Yes.
I think people are gonna be even more angry and prone to believing bullshit?
Oh, that's already happening. Look at Egypt. You
Yeah.
can make any lie fly in Egypt easily. If it sounds believable,
I mean, there was this guy
people
that,
would believe it.
It's all about the
there was
packaging.
this guy that came on Joe Rogan who said, you know what?
I'm telling you, did you see it?
I've seen clips of it.
Oh, I saw it.
Okay,
I saw it was so bad that I had to see it with my own eyes.
What were we talking about?
It's like the archaeologist from Egypt. Don't. It's in my book. I will send you my book. And then there's a caption on screen. Zahi Hawass did not send us his book.
Oh, wow.
Zahi Hawass came on Joe Rogan. First off, he didn't go on Joe Rogan. What happened is
He was inflicted on Joe Rogan?
Graham Hunter. Was Graham Hunter his name?
Was this recent?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah, a couple days ago. Graham Hunter is very well known in studying the pyramids and Egyptology, whatever, all the bullshit. Anyway, he couldn't go back to Egypt because he had a fight with Zahi,
Yeah.
right? And so they made up, and then Zahi asked me, yo, can you get me on Joe Rogan? So Joe Rogan loves fucking pyramids
stuff.
and Egypt and aliens and shit.
And Zahi Hawass is the head of Egypt's antiquities department, something like
Exactly.
that. Okay.
And so,
Head pyramid man.
yes, head pyramid man.
Yeah.
So he came on Joe Rogan. Now, if you're not Arab, okay, if you haven't spent a lot of time in Egypt,
Yes. You can tell because nobody in the audience understood the bus hadratak mindset.
yes,
Okay.
like okay, for people who have never been to Egypt, let me explain this to you. You don't talk to Egyptians; you dance with Egyptians. It's a dance. It's a delicate dance, right?
In which they are trying to take you down a path that you don't want to go down to.
Not only that, like when you're having a conversation with people in Egypt, and this doesn't mean good for everybody in Egypt, but the majority, okay?
Trust me, bro, is level 1.
Exactly. So when you're having a conversation, it's a dance, right? And Egyptians go from 0 to 100 to 0 again real quick, all right? It'll be hot in a minute, it'll be cold as hell in another second. So the guy is having conversations as we have conversations with Egyptians,
Yeah.
right? It's a lot of Habibi conversations.
Yeah. A lot of pull and let go.
Yeah, Joe Rogan is heavily invested in this.
Yeah. And he's trying to pull every thread.
No. I really hope one
He's
day
buying it
I
all.
can just finish my sentences, Shamsi, without you getting in the middle between all of them.
Okay.
He's basically trying to show him, I'm the guy, right? I'm the main guy in Egypt. You know how like Egyptians like to like kind of flaunt their job, like I'm very important in what I do,
Yeah.
and that's what he was doing. I'm not saying he's not important.
He's the head pyramid man.
I'm just saying that he brought it out to a place where doesn't work,
really,
though.
yeah, Joe doesn't really care about that.
And so he came in with a cigar because he knows like Joe Rogan has a cigar. Came in with a cigar lit up already, having conversations, asking Joe. Joe would say, "Hey, what about this thing that you guys found over there? How did it get over there?" He's like, "Let me tell you. Back in Medina Aish, the guy would take him into a full circle of random conversations.
الحنطور.
Right? He'll give him the answer, but the answer lies in a dance that he doesn't know how to dance. If he knew how to dance, he would have picked up what he wanted to pick up.
And this is coming to Joe, who is supposedly a great conversationalist and a great podcaster.
Oh, he hated his life.
Yeah.
And also, if you go on Joe Rogan, I mean, Graham Hunter comes with a fucking laptop, right? He shows you everything. He talks about a Sphinx. You open up pictures, like his own things with documentations and like analysis, full data.
It's not very بص حضرتك.
He came with nothing, and he's like, we do know that this exists. He's like, where? He's like, I have pictures. Like, where's the pictures? In my book. He's like, where's your book?
I will send you.
I will send you.
I will send you.
Okay, cool. Move on a little bit of the conversation. Oh, yeah, well, I have this on my computer. Oh, do you have it? I'd like to show it to people. It's on my computer. Where's your computer? Las Vegas. Sir, it's not in Las Vegas. Okay? Like, I picked up on all the bullshit.
But listen, I don't expect this guy to be very tech savvy. Like he.
No, here's the thing. Joe Rogan really loves...
I get what you're saying.
Joe Rogan really loves this stuff. Like, this is his hobby. It's like
He's very invested.
he loves two things. MMA and weird conspiracy bullshit.
Okay. But see, that's the thing. We're
And
talking
you brought
to,
him the guy, and the guy didn't give him what he wanted.
because the guy is not a weird conspiracy guy. He's a hard mummy guy.
Bring your
No.
information. You come here telling me things, telling me what you found. Bro, they did a breakdown. He said the word I 800 times on the episode.
No way.
Yes.
That's not
He
this.
made it about him the whole time. I'm the guy. I'm the shit.
I did.
Exactly. I found. You guys do not know. I know. He did a whole thing. Like, I stand with Joe Rogan on this because I understand the bullshit. Even Egyptians were saying, yo, do not judge us because of this guy. This guy comes from an old school. And it's true. He does come from an old school. And his behavior should not reflect on all of Egypt. But he is like most people in Egypt, right? But to us Arabs, that's fine. It's a dance. We know that dance. A lot of us love that dance.
Because you enjoy it's it's not about where you're getting.
It's the culture.
No, and it's about the journey. It's not about the destination. Sometimes it really is about the journey. Enjoy the journey. The destination it's not as important.
Yes. Like for us, it's normal. Like, we understand the whole thing. So we like talking to him when he's talking, I'm understanding. I'm watching Joe, can't understand shit, but I get it. I get what he's trying to do. He tells Joe after ignoring everything that Joe wants. He's like, oh, come introduce me in Houston at my lecture. Joe's like, no, I can't. He's like, oh, why can't you? Joe's like, I'm busy.
Why not?
Right? So the guy, like, you came in, you offered nothing, and you expected to take things. He came in thinking he's a big shot. That's what he did.
Did he not offer any like interesting information?
He said words.
Was the comment?
Words are not important when everyone else who's an actual scientist that came showed proof of what they're talking about. He watched Joe Rogan. The people that come to him, he did a lot of things. He's like, Americans always come to me and ask. He did a lot of that. That, everyone comes to ask. Some people would talk to you are stupid. 1 minute he's not a scientist, and another minute he's a scientist. Then the third minute he's an Egyptologist.
He's head Egyptologist. This is what he is.
And he was just, bro, it was a sad look.
No, but listen, I've read some things about him. He's had arguments with archaeologists from all over the world.
Yeah.
And
it's his behavior.
And it's a very gatekeeping type of, behavior where, yes, okay, listen, I get that you're Egyptian and this is your culture and you're very protective and you're proud of it. But again, such a subject requires, I think, openness. And like, especially when you come to Joe Rogan.
I'm with him and I'm with Egyptians having their own people control the narrative and basically make sure that everything that comes out of it comes through Egyptians. I'm with that 100%. I expected when he went there, you've been saying that these people are shit. Prove it. This is your time to show, hey, this is why Egyptians are taking care of this. Because we know what's going on. It was a great moment for him to put Egyptians on the fucking map of we lead this shit and we gatekeep because we know. But no, you went on there just basically flaunting yourself. Saying, yo, I'm the man. I do all of this. I found this. We did this. We dug this. But you're not showing nothing. So to an audience that for years seen scientists come there with geologists come there and give full breakdowns that you only get in lectures and like in colleges.
It's disappointing.
How do you come in with just a cigar and saying, yo, I got this, or you guys do not know, oh, we did this, we did that. It doesn't mean nothing. You cannot try to break the cycle by just do whatever the fuck you want to do.
No, you can't just rely on the weight of your word, like especially when you're coming supposedly as a scientist and you're here to present evidence to actually what the things that you're supposed to be talking about. And a subject like Egypt, which has so much conspiracies, like you could be the guy to dispel all of that by like showing all of the numbers and showing all of the research that you have in your book.
Yeah, but
instead of getting greedy and trying to promote your book,
exactly,
and listen, I get it. It's a huge platform. It's one of the biggest platforms you'll ever get on. Yes, you do want people to buy your book, but at least give me a taste and a sample of the hard, rigorous research that you've done, for me to say, hey, this is actually worth my while. Let me go check this out.
He wants you to come to his lectures. He wants to basically make money.
He wants to sell.
That's it. That's all he wants to do. Because if his book was so widely available, you'd already find all the pictures online and all the information. But he wants to keep making that bag by making y'all come to the lectures if you want information. And I'm going to come on Joe Rogan and I'm just going to promote myself and you guys come to my lectures.
It's written in hieroglyphic, Adil. You need to come and translate it in order for you to understand the true mysteries of the pyramids.
When you say we know how these stones were moved, we know how these pyramids were made, and then he asks you how, tell me, and you take him on this long journey of we found some of their tools. And
I
then
actually really want to watch this episode.
it's like 2 hours.
I feel like
You're gonna hate yourself.
I just want to watch it to save. I just want to see how he takes him. You know.
No, Joe Rogan loves this shit.
I actually saw a post about it that Joe Rogan came out and he said like this is one of the worst interviews
Yeah,
I've
it was
ever
the episode
done.
after that.
Yeah. So I mean, damn, that's a missed opportunity. Honestly, I'm disappointed.
We're out of time. Well, almost out of time. I want to talk about something else. There's other things I want to talk about. I'm going to push it next week, most likely. When Texas is not here, because,
Yay.
I'm going to be here next week.
Oh, shit, I forgot.
Because he's going to be building empires.
Do you like the process or the reward?
Depends on the process, depends on the reward.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
How does it matter?
For example, if I'm doing something that's a hobby that's repetitive, I don't know, like knitting,
Yes.
I enjoy the process because ultimately it might not be a good scarf or whatever, but if I had that time and relaxed and just was zoned out, the process is better.
If I'm cooking, I like the process. If I'm ordering food, I like the reward.
Yes.
It doesn't apply to
When
that.
you order, yeah, exactly. When you order your food, there's no process in ordering
There is
food.
a process
No,
of
you-
opening
no,
the app, selecting a
okay,
restaurant.
That's not what the fuck we're talking about. When you just click 2 clicks and it's done. No.
I am personally, I like the reward, but I also am conscious that the fact sometimes you need to enjoy the process more.
It depends on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. If it's for work, fuck the process. I want the reward. But if it's for my own time, I enjoy
But you
it.
don't get the reward without the process.
If your
True.
process is shit,
Yeah,
then
but
your reward
Exactly.
is
So your
different.
process is shit. If you're not doing the process properly,
Yeah,
your reward will get smaller and smaller and smaller. Sometimes non-existent.
Limited. It will be. Yeah.
It depends, but I would say if I'm doing it something for work or something that I have to do for the reward, I might not indulge in the process. But if it's something on my own time, indulging in the process is part of the reward.
So you do enjoy the process.
Yes.
Like I feel like in order for you to get better at it, you definitely need to enjoy the process.
No, I think in anything that you do, if you enjoy the process, the reward becomes easier.
And sometimes it doesn't.
True.
It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if it's your job. It doesn't matter anything. If you can enjoy a process, the reward will always be great. If you cannot enjoy
Be better.
a process,
Better.
No, it's always going to be great because you enjoy the process. When you know, if I put in 100%, I'll be able to get 100% out of it. It'd be amazing. But if you want to give 30% of the process but expect 100% of the reward, you're never going to enjoy a process.
You're never going to enjoy also the full potential of the reward.
No. Some people would like to do 10% and enjoy the reward of it and celebrate the reward like they did 100%. That is completely normal in human behavior.
No, because you don't get the full potential of the reward that you could have gotten. Like if you're putting in 100% of the process, you're not going to get 50% of the reward. But if you're putting in 50% in terms of the effort, the reward is not going to exceed a certain threshold.
It depends on what the reward is. Sometimes, hey, I want to get from point A to point B. Sometimes that process can be very simple. You get to B, you'll get that award, but you might not have learned anything in the process. So you can't even make that process better the next time it comes around because I just want to get there and I'll just duct tape everything for me to get there.
And sometimes that's enough for you to get to where you want to go. But over the long term,
How is that enough duct taping?
وصلت أنا am point B. I needed to get to point B. I am here. But again, it's about I think thinking of it in longer term and something more sustainable. You need to have that appreciation for what the process is. You need to enjoy the process. It's like the Japanese sushi chef, right? No, for real. That
Every time you go to Asia,
okay,
we have problems.
There's a Japanese sushi chef, okay, apparently that is 90-something years old, and he's had a sushi restaurant since 60 years
Turks,
ago.
what's his name?
Jiro Dreams.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the guy is so invested in the process of making sushi that he doesn't give a shit about anything else. And to the point where, and the Japanese, this is part of their culture. It's
Exactly.
like the not the admiration, the dedication it requires determination as well. That requires for you to put in your work so you can get incrementally better for you to master it. I feel like that's a philosophy that you need to teach. Because not everybody has that type of philosophy.
Teach that.
No, you teach the thought of why you do this.
Teaching this is not. How can I explain this?
Teaching it in the sense of like instilling the value of it and kind of highlighting what you get out of having that kind of thought process. Teaching it in that sense, Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at these examples.
You know, I hate that. I hate when someone says, "Look at this guy,"
Why not?
because I do not want to look at him with the reward. I want to see him in the process.
Plus, looking at guys are gay.
No, but usually you don't really get to see him in the
What
process.
am I doing looking at other men? That's gay.
Like, I'm not gonna take a picture climbing Kilimanjaro. I'm gonna take a
Climbing.
picture, okay,
climbing.
on top of Kilimanjaro. Like, that's when I want you to see me, the achievement, the success. You know, I don't want you to see me as I'm struggling
I don't
for
want to
breath.
see you at all because that's gay.
I mean,
That's the thing. I don't care about. That's why I asked. I was like, "Do you guys enjoy the process or the reward?" I know guys that
don't
they
give a
could care less about the process and they're just happy with any reward it is. Like, fine, I gave 10%, I got 10%, I'm cool with that because I don't only give 10%. And I know some people that work hard on the process and the reward is just something I just ticked off for doing this.
It's a byproduct.
Yes, it's not the thing that I'm after. I'm after the process itself.
Yeah, I think that mindset and mentality is ultimately more rewarding, I think, in the long term. Like, genuinely, it's on the way because you're not really focused on the thing. You know, you're focused on the thing behind the thing.
It depends on the process. It depends on how much you can influence the process, how much you can change it, how much can you invest in it. If it's like a puzzle. I love solving puzzles. And like, give me a jigsaw. I couldn't care less of, okay, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to enjoy like doing the whole thing, but I'm going to just like pack it all and put it in a box at the end of the day because that's not what I'm in. That's what I'm here. That's not what I'm here for. It is the process. But if it's a tedious, repetitive process that you have nothing to do in like advancing it or enhancing it.
It doesn't
or,
require any input.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's again, same thing with the Japanese guy, the Japanese sushi guy. Like, yeah, but again, part of the thing that I was reading was saying, you know, if he had a new student and that new student, for example, was and he tried to teach him something and the new student gave him, and he had a different response or a different reaction than the one he wanted to have him, he would make him wash and clean fish for 10 years just to be able to instill the point that, hey, it's not about what you want or it's not about the innovation. It's about learning how to do things in a certain way.
Yeah, because his process has death involved in it.
We're talking about fish here.
Really?
Being a Japanese sushi chef.
Yes, so there's no death involved in it whatsoever?
I mean, you're killing the fish, obviously.
And there's no poison in some of these fishes that they're using?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay,
one
that's
fish,
what you
but
meant,
yeah.
Yanni. Okay,
It's
that's
what?
It's one
Is it
fish.
It's one fish.
Still.
Mastery.
Yeah, like if
Mastery.
you don't know how to cut up a fish that has poison in it, that's going to be an issue, dog.
I'm
It's going to be a problem.
I'm gonna really rethink coming to this sushi restaurant.
Like,
Mr.
yo, I'm not
Jiro.
here about the process. I'm here for the word of the taste. Like, oh, now you did.
I'm here. And really not the voice, really not the sound I want to listen to when I'm eating sushi Turks.
I encourage everyone to think about the process.
And work hard at it. Make it better.
I mean, in the world of all of us having careers,
Well,
All of us.
at some point.
at some point,
Eventually.
you need to stand out, right? You can't stand out if you're not an expert in something. Your degree no longer serves you like it did before. Everybody has masters now. almost everyone I know has a master's degree.
True.
I don't.
It doesn't, because again, you can get it like in a year or so.
Yeah, I know.
See what I mean?
Everybody's qualified.
Can
Yeah,
I buy,
everybody's already qualified. So who's
buy,
different?
Can I buy one?
Yeah, actually, you can.
I mean, you.
That's Shamsi.
Yeah.
He has a connect.
Malik. University of Arizona.
Yes, it's a French university in Arizona.
It's University of the Arizona. Actually.
La Arizona.
Arizona. In La Phoenix. ما عليك به process.
Yes, Dean Khalil will send you all the details.
That's their tag phrase. The college. Yeah.
Hope of the fighting ha-ha-has.
Yeah. Instead of Vinny Vidi Vici. والله دراسة يا جماعة والله دراسة.
We apologize to everybody listening to this podcast.
I mean,
Y'all deserve better.
they're still
Double
celebrating.
episode.
They're still celebrating.
Bro, I told you since noon. Since noon they've been celebrating.
شفتهم طالعين شايلين كاش.
Yes.
Honestly, يعني that's a celebration, bro. Not gonna lie.
It's good for them. Let them enjoy. It's their first Champions League trophy.
هسه آخر واحدة بس.
Yo. Yo.
That came out.
That came out of the heart.
Yeah, that was in my head. It wasn't supposed to come out.
That came out straight.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Grr.
I mean, listen, Farmers League, right?
Sir.
What's happening?
Sir.
دوري فلاحين أمس أصلا دخل يزبط دوري فلاحين.
Who are you talking about?
شو اسمه ليج 1 ليج 1
What is it sponsored by?
Uber Eats. Was it Uber
No,
Eats?
it's McDonald's now.
McDonald's now.
Yeah, it's McDonald's.
They had to go to another fast food operator. Yeah, because that's exactly what I associate top class football with. McDonald's.
Don't shit talk McDonald's. They're great.
When was the last time you ate McDonald's?
Anna?
Yeah.
Quite regularly.
You are a nasty person. You?
I am.
Months ago, because it was past midnight and I wanted something close.
Okay.
That's usually the reason.
I go to Hardee's. I don't do McDonald's anymore.
You're even
That's-
worse.
yo,
You're more disgusting
no.
than them.
Curly fries.
No.
Yalla, nah.
have some
Those are the
self-value.
soggiest fries I've seen in my life.
مالك ask for it fresh.
Ask what?
Just ask for it fresh.
Oh, ask for it fresh.
يجي crispy.
So that's what you tell him.
Yeah, give it to me fresh.
I can't recall the last time I ate McDonald's.
I mean, good for
At
you.
all.
Good
Like, at all.
Good for your
Good for you.
stomach creatures.
Or what's the name? What's it called? Or even have Pepsi or Coke. I don't remember the last time.
Yeah, that I don't do.
Yeah, and I need to get to that point.
You are a disgusting human being.
You are.
I mean, I just have a really good stomach for toxicity. that's
Wow.
that's what I have.
It's obviously not working, sir. Obviously.
Oh yeah, they see that.
Toxic waste sign is just stretching and stretching.
Listen, me and you were both talking about how much fat
are you
we're getting.
talking about?
Okay, like shut up.
I'm at least trying.
We need to get swole with number 1.
I'm deflating now.
Yeah, you're not swollen
I'm very-
anymore.
I'm cutting.
I'm going to wrap this up. Because now.
I mean, listen, your head is extra shiny today, Adil, so everybody's changed in some way, shape, or
Like,
form.
don't be taking Turk's comments and throwing it at me.
I mean,
on
listen,
the
now I
podcast.
see it. Now I
Now
see
you
it.
see after the light hit it.
Yes, literally, yes.
Turks recognized this baldness way before you.
Yeah,
Yep.
the shine,
And the greatness that I have.
the literal lemma.
Game recognized green.
Exactly. My license plate on Forza Horizon 5 is Lem'a, by the way.
Lemma 444.
No, just Lem'a.
4.
There's no force.
No.
Okay.
It's just Lem'a.
It's not an official license plate. It doesn't have to have numbers and
moron.
letters.
سيارتي مقربعة 4 عرفت ليش؟
I hate you. I hate you as a
Syrian.
human.
Listen,
As a breathing human, I hate you.
listen, I miss you guys. Honestly, I miss this.
Miss yourself.
Shout out to our tens and tens of listeners. Shout out to our tens and tens of viewers. Thank you for being here. We appreciate every single y'all. We apologize on behalf of everyone in this universe.
Amen.
And we're out of here.
Peace.
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 Preach.